So Netflix now has The Bubble and Bubble, but I'm not here to talk about The Bubble, I want to talk about Bubble, as The Bubble kind of lives in its own little bubble and I don't want those feelings to bubble up to the surface. Bubble. It's a new anime feature film that just came out on Netflix this week, and it's essentially a sci-fi meets Little Mermaids, and that's the traditional fairy tale I'm talking about, not necessarily the Disney one. After bubbles that broke the law of gravity rained down upon the world, cut off from the outside world, Tokyo has become this playground for a group of young people who have lost their families. We follow a young group of kids who spend their days traversing this strange ghost of a city where they come across this girl from out of nowhere, which will become an encounter that will change the world. This is done by Wit Studio, which is the studio that did the first couple of seasons of Attack on Titan, and it's also directed by the same man behind that show too. And it really shows. This film is stunning, particularly in the environment design as well. The colours are vibrant, and considering a lot of this movie centres around bubbles, each drop of water glistens, and you could just honestly take a freeze frame on any part of this film and it would look like a work of art. Another way in which the work from Attack on Titans translates over into here is the dynamic camera movement as well. This is a sci-fi slash parkour meets The Little Mermaid, which may sound strange at first, but a lot of the action here is about these kids running through an abandoned Tokyo city, which very much reflects the ODM gear that you saw in Attack on Titan. Some of the scenes were just incredible to watch, with the amazing fluid camera movements, the crisp environments. It almost felt like you were watching something out of live action. In turn, I do feel a couple of times this may not have helped them though, as the bottom line is that it is a 2D animation, and that is very much the case in regards to the characters. So you have these awesome dynamic fluid motion shots, and then you've got these 2D imaged characters drawn on top of it. Almost made the lack of detail in the character artwork stand out a bit more than I think they intended it to. To be honest, I'm way overthinking it. It's just a beautiful film to watch. But despite all that exciting action and movement, this is very much a romantic story. The world, the background, the setting, it all may feel complicated at the start, but essentially it boils down into a story that I think we're all pretty used to by now. I mean, the movie very much references The Little Mermaid. This film's not trying to pretend to be something else. And that's kind of it really. It's a simple tale with a really unique setting and visuals that can back it up. The characters aren't necessarily that complex, but they're good enough to get behind, and you know, it's just an emotional love story that you can unwind to. I will say there was a couple of times in the film when they had these so-called money shots where it was these images of the characters, but they were way more detailed and very differently drawn compared to how you see them throughout the rest of the film, and it just took me out a little bit. God, I haven't even talked about the music. I mean, the music here is great. Some really nice songs in here too, which elevate a lot of scenes to being just good into really great and enjoyable. If you're into anime and you enjoyed things like Silent Voice or Your Name, then I definitely think this will be up your street. If you like romantic anime, or you just like anime with great animation and artwork, then this is something I would definitely recommend. So yeah, that's Bubble. Let me know if you've already seen it on Netflix. It came out yesterday. If you have, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. I'd love to hear. If you found this review helpful, please leave a like and subscribe. It always helps me out. And as always, stay tuned for more reviews on movies, anime and video games. Until next one guys, take care. Bye bye.